Listening to Bull, the fifth column, he put across some great numbers on Trump and his chance of re-election. I like to go over them. Among his own people, I think he's 59%. 59% is unfavorable against 31. So against independents, it's 62% unfavorable against 25. Against Republicans, it's 20 unfavorable, which is 1 out of 5. And I guess how the polls they've done, Trump loses double digits against DeSantis. Very interesting. I don't put a lot of faith in that or a lot of value into polls. But I will say this because I think when it comes to big elections like the president and stuff like that, I think it comes down to lobbyists. It comes down to who the corporations want. It comes down to things of that nature. Those things are way more important than what people like me want. One thing that really touched me that I thought of that maybe nobody else thought of is just the fact that whether it be this poll, Trump being reelected, or whether it be with the recent midterms that Republicans won by, I think they won something by 1 seat. Democrats grew, which never happens when it's a Democrat president. Um, I thought about how I thought about all the people who were Trump supporters who are dead, who died of COVID a year or 2 years ago, and I feel like when it comes to Trump and it comes to the way COVID was handled, we know now polls show that it hurt Republicans way more than it hurt us, no doubt. That this was something that killed a lot of them off, and maybe that's not important to Republicans, even though that's proven and it's shown. Maybe they don't care about that. But I think that a lot of the fanatical people, a lot of them die. A lot of the elderly people that believe in keeping things the way they were and want to go back and have this, this crush on Reagan and all that stuff. A lot of them are dead or have become incapacitated and are in nursing homes or something now. They can't care for themselves. This is the lasting legacy of COVID. Debilitating damage and death. Trump's lies, his mischaracterizations of fact, his, I heard he didn't do anything about it for like a month. He had a committee, but he didn't meet with them for a month, and being briefed on it multiple times. All these things to me indicate a president that really left America hanging. And I think that's what when you voted for Trump, that's what you voted for. That in an emergency, you're on your own. And I don't know, maybe that was just the way Trump and Republicans look at it, and they didn't care. But I really believe that proof is in the pudding. See, if I was a Republican, I would understand that I've got to hold on to the old white person as long as possible. Because they're the ones that are, what made Republicans powerful was leaning into disaffected members of society. White people in the rural areas. White people in areas where they don't live around blacks. They don't live around gays. They don't live around Mexicans. They don't know any of those groups. So when Tucker Carlson's making jokes and saying that they're making jokes, they're like, yeah, that's funny, because they have no context. When you sell them out and you say, oh, everybody's for themselves, and you make it about the survival of the fittest, well, the old people are going to die. This is common sense. And maybe Republicans just don't care about this fact anymore, but America's not getting whiter. And it's not getting more rural either. These are facts. The world isn't getting more rural. The world isn't getting more white. And I just, to me, that's kind of sad. Whether it be that trooper that died from Washington State that was joking about it and wrote a book about COVID and he ended up dying of it. It's sad to me. These people, they search for a hill to die on. And with COVID, they found it. And I just think that Republican parties will be smart enough to, maybe they were in the past smart enough to, use those people as fanatics, but also protect them. You understand? You have fanatical warriors, but you protect them. You don't let them run out and actually go run into the gun. You protect them. You use that fanaticism, but not too much. And with Trump, it was like, nah, isn't that bad? It's cold, nah. And I don't know. I just wonder if these old people were still alive, or if COVID hadn't happened. I wonder if maybe he would have gotten reelected, or maybe he might get reelected today. 2024. I wonder if that would have happened. I think that Trump, before COVID, he was doing the work of the slash and burn philosophy of no government that I talk about, of wrecking government, making government weak, tax cuts for the rich, rough up the thugs, throw the thugs in jail, all that. He was getting it. He was at it. He had Bannon, he had Sessions, he had a white supremacist all-star team, and he wrecked it. It's like Hitler. He wrecked it. He had the best people for the job, the best people, and he wrecked it. He did it, not them. And everybody who worked for Trump is lesser and is a caricature of what they once were before they joined his team, his administration. If he was to be reelected, there's no doubt in my mind, it would be pure revenge, 110% revenge. No doubt in my mind that if Trump got reelected, that's all it'd be. That I don't think Trump can work with the government. I think there's a lot of Republicans at this point who can't say the honest fact, but recognize that if he was brought back, they couldn't work with him. These are career politicians, and he knew that. He kind of spoke on that. He's right. Trump was right about that. Those career politicians in the swamp, but those people, it's like Madison Cawthorn. They're very powerful. They're very powerful. And if they want to get you out, they'll get you out. It's like Madison Cawthorn. Stuff start happening. Videos of him naked humping a man and grinding on a man in the bed. Stuff started just coming out, They want to get you. They get you. I don't know.